How are you supposed to develop social skills when most people won't give people with bad social skills the chance to talk? Some background info would be helpful. How old are you? What do you do? I was pretty awkward in middle and high school, but I gained confidence in just being who I was in my senior year. I had speepty friends in most of high school but grew into myself my senior year, and that has since shaped my friendships. I am 19 and a college student. Join a club or two and try to be an active listener. Reflect back on what people say, or if someone gets cut off, ask them to continue on what they were saying. Unless they are physically duct taping their mouth shut, other people are not giving them no chance. Persistence and practice is key. I see, so I should duct tape their mouth so I can get the chance to talk. Stocks up on duct tape. It's definitely about surrounding yourself with people who want to listen. Otherwise it's trial and error. I think invalidation can be very helpful when refining your communication skills. But when everyone you're surrounded by is doing that, it's not very fruitful. But speaking as an introvert, I think silence is underrated, and knowing when not to speak can in itself speak loudly. Just say speep. Then people ignore you and tell you it's uninteresting or annoying, LMFAO, and that's. Think about a person in your life that you admire. Someone kind, mature and respected by others. Pay close attention to how they interact with others. Start to emulate some of these behaviors. And just so you know, being yourself means liking who you are regardless of what others think. It means respecting yourself. You won't always be /act/feel the same around everyone all the time. It will always depend on your comfort level, the people you're with, the situation, stress level, your mood, etc. If you do have a close friend that you trust, you could have a conversation with them to see if there might be something you could change in your approach with people. This sounds stupid, but while I have a few close friends, I am still an incredibly socially awkward person. To the point where my voice cracks and strains whenever I talk just because I'm so out of my comfort zone. I'm aware of this. And while my friends love me, they have pointed this out as well. So, I bought a book on developing social skills and making friends. I have another book I plan on finishing before I move on to that one though. Try to read people body language and how they talk. Try to use those experiences to talk next to other people next time. If a person is talking about a particular topic, talk about something relates to that topic. Don't go off topic too soon. For example, if someone is talking about their dog having digestive problems, try to listen and offer sympathy like, "Oh, that sucks. How is he/she? Or what does the vet say?" Quick question. Are you by any chance diagnosed with autism or in the spectrum? I was never diagnosed with autism. Most people want someone with good social want an audience. Try just straight up not talking and see how long it lasts. It's what you're saying in line with what others are contributing to the conversation? Just talk, bro. Then other people just tell you to shut up or get out. Find better people to talk to. Most people aren't like that. Literally every single group I met acts like that. Then maybe you need to look at what you're saying. And how. And to whom. You're not just entitled to people's time or friendship. If you're annoying them, or insulting them, or making them uncomfortable, or ingratiating yourself where you aren't invited, people may react accordingly. But people tell me to me myself. And it is hard to have a normal social conversation when I have to put on a fake personality. It is just hard to avoid coming off annoying. What do you usually talk about? Like everything. See. If you just talk about unrelated things in a conversation, it will turn the conversation awkward. So you have to go with the flow of the conversation. And only really change the topic when people starts to get bored of the current topic and you are given the chance. And when you change the topic, you have to change it subtly. Try to tell a story about you or something else. And see what topic you can change to from there. Oh yeah. And remember to look at the people you speak to. If you are scared of eye contact, look at their forehead instead. It worked for me. Other than that, the basic idea is to go with the flow and almost never against it. Which is why it is important to find people with common interest with you to talk to. Because you know more about these interesting stuff. And it is easier to go with the flow and keep up. It also extends the length of the conversation because both you and that other guy like this topic, so you don't get bored that fast and have to change topic every 2 minutes. I think you just have to accept that it's going to be uncomfortable for a while. Truth be told though, I think social interactions are uncomfortable for everyone sometimes. You've also got to set realistic expectations. Outgoing people with good social skills are not people who never have awkward moments or who never say things that don't land right. Start by saying hi to everyone you walk past. If they don't reply, no big deal, it's about dealing with rejection. You look for the overly friendly people. They're not someone you want to be friends with usually, but you can use them to get up to speed. Solution is stop caring if other people talk speak to you. You should say and do what you think is right. There will always be people who act as critics. All I can say is, try harder. Observe how others interact with each other. Close your mouth and open your eyes and ears. You learn a lot by talking a step back and let others do the talking. Besides, a lot of what counts as good social skills translates as being a good listener or even letting others take up space. Smile politely. Nod. Laugh when other people laugh. Find someone with the same level of social skills as you. Try talking with your family and develop a much stronger bond with them. Hey. Maybe your siblings or parents will like you even more. Try to practice with people you're comfortable with. Small steps. You're not going to be the star of the show after a couple of tries. Have a conversation. Analyze it later. Apply the lesson learned for next time. Have you read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People? Dang, who hurt you? Most social skills are nonverbal. Somebody could accurately and inaccurately make thousands of judgments about you before you open your mouth. I'm not trying to offend here. But most often the reason why I don't want to socialize with someone is poor hygiene. Think about what people can see in you as you're walking up to them. Is your hair styled? Washed? At least neat? How is your breath? Do you smoke? 'Cause you can never really get that smell out. Are there eye boogers in your eyes? Is there toothpaste on the corner of your mouth? Is there food in your teeth? Are you wearing the same clothes you were wearing last time I saw you? Do your clothes fit? Are your nails dirty? Cut? Did you shower today? Are you wearing deodorant? Cologne/perfume? I mean, we could go on for hours here. The point is that there are 100 tiny reasons people come to the conclusions that they come to about you. Is that fair? I'm not sure. Is it the reality we live in? Absolutely. The sooner you accept society's rules, the sooner it will accept you. It's the flood of nervous energy you channel. The answer? Chat by chat. Being the lunatic at the bus stop. Worrying about the weather. Asking time, etc. Onliner here. There. Everywhere. The amount of speech has no real meaning. It's all in the effort. A line at a time makes you relax to the idea of chatting to new people. Soon you feel fine approaching new people all relaxed. I'ma be a little real here. As someone who used to struggle with the same thing but now more often finds myself in the reverse situation. Talking to someone with very little social skill is pretty awkward and uncomfortable for the average person, and it's not justifiable to be upset that someone won't give you their time if you can't make a conversation worth it. If you start up a conversation with someone new, it's kind of on you to make the conversation interesting. At least to start out. A few tricks that help. 1. Everyone has a hobby, skill, or passion project they're really into but rarely get a willing audience to talk to about. If you want to talk to someone, ask them about that and be that rare audience. They'll likely be happy to explain. 2. Add to the conversation. If someone shares an experience, compare it to something similar you've experienced. If someone shares some knowledge that lines up with something you know, mention the connection. You might find they're into something you are too. Worst case scenario, you at least come across as an active listener. 3. Don't force it. This might be the most important tip. No friendship is built in a single conversation. Sometimes the other person is busy, or having an off day, or the conversation is pleasant but plain and runs out of steam. Or, and this'll happen a lot, the two of you just don't click well enough. If you feel like the conversation is dying, it probably is, and you should let it. The worst thing to do is force a dead conversation to keep going. The best thing to do is bail with style. Keep a positive note but let the person know you've got some responsibility to get to and say bye for now. A brief but polite conversation always leaves open the possibility of another chat in the future. A conversation that's forced to go on past its expiration date pretty well means they won't want to start another one. 4. Compliments are okay, but use them as a springboard to ask a question rather than on their own. E.g. Wow. You're good at that. How does it work? Exactly. Also, don't overdo them. Everyone's a little vain but no one likes an ass kisser. 5. Be positive. Focus on the good. If you start venting or complaining or dwelling on negative stuff to someone you just met, they're gonna assume you're down all the time, and let's face it, no one wants to talk to a negative Nancy every day. That's all I can think to write right now, but hope that helps. Getting good at socializing is a lot of trial and error, which means you're gonna have a lot of flops in the process. Luckily there's about 7 billion people on Earth, so you can mess up quite a few conversations before you start running out of people to chat with. Go into each conversation with the mindset that, at worst, it'll be short and plain, and at best, potentially very fun for everyone involved. And you'll do much better.